Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub were discussing the recent reports of 3 incidents where U.S. fighter planes had shot down unidentified flying objects, UFOs. The latest incident occurred over Lake Huron in Michigan State, following 2 similar events in Alaska and Northwestern Canada.
Kids. 12:15.
Didn't they just shoot more down?
Yeah, the shot went down in Canada, and there's like 2 that they've shot down like recently.
We can't have that shit.
They don't know. They don't know what they are. They're some sort of a surveillance device. Like, it could be an unmanned drone.
I talked to Dan Crenshaw.
We have TikTok though.
Dan Crenshaw's on the Intelligence Committee. He couldn't say much, but Dan Crenshaw said, like, the truth is probably a lot less sexy than people think.
Right. People want it to be a UFO.
Yeah.
They want it to be aliens.
It's definitely not that.
Also, but I want it to be that.
That'd be great.
Alien war with
you think
like
aliens
dumb
are coming
aliens.
in a balloon?
What if they're dumb aliens? They like fight face first.
They think they
they overestimate us.
They think the Biden administration, the CIA knew about it, like NSA knew about it, and then when the guy caught it on his long-range lens,
they said, "Oh shit, we got."
Then they were like, "We have to do something about it."
Did you hear that they said that there was Chinese spy balloons with Trump, but they didn't tell him?
Yes, Mattis said that.
You know how hilarious it is?
Because they know he'd shoot that shit
Just
down.
imagine if you hold information from the fucking president because you're worried that he's going to say or do something.
Savage.
They did that all the time, apparently.
So
a lot of people said that. They were afraid.
Is that even legal?
Well, that compromises us.
Is that even legal? Like, what are the laws in terms of like what you're supposed to tell the president of the United States? I mean, he is the leader.
If it's not a national security emergency, apparently,
does he need to know?
Can't know everything.
You should probably know that.
Yeah.
They hate Chinese spy balloons.
You can't have it regardless.
Yeah, not for 1 second do I think that's a Chinese spy balloon. Not if MSM is saying that. Right. If CNN is like, oh, Chinese, it's something else.
Fair point.
You guys,
do you think they put it up there to make Biden look good?
I don't know what it is.
Maybe they put it up there so that they could say, oh, China's f***ing with us, and then we could do things to China.
You think China's going to launch a fucking balloon across the Pacific Ocean?
I don't think China might, but maybe Huawei does. Maybe Huawei's still mad that we pulled their phones. Like, fuck you.
I will say this. If you want to see,
I don't believe
if you want to see something fascinating, there's a show on, I think it's Amazon, you can get it. It's called The Bureau, and it's in French, right? But it's about how the French intelligence agency actually works. And I watched that
subtitles?
episode. Yes, but I'm telling you, I watched it and I went to watch how like ingenious.
No reading for Brendan.
But I know, but to watch how ingenious.
What's it on Hulu?
I think it's on Amazon. But to watch how ingenious the intelligence agencies are, like whatever you think you know, and then you watch that, even if it's only half truth, you watch that. Whoever wrote that knew a lot about.
But don't you think that's the case? Why that's one of the things that Putin said. Like when he talked about like he's been through 3 different presidents. It's like everybody has these big ideas until they get into office. Then once they get into office, they all do the same thing.
Exactly.
They all do the same thing and they follow the orders. He said men in dark suits come and visit them. They're like mine. They're wearing a suit like mine. They come in and they tell them how things are run. And that's the reality of being an American
Callan
president.
don't believe that though.
I think that
that's too conspiratorial.
I think that the NSA probably eavesdrops on Americans, and that's illegal.
What are you saying, man? You think your phone is listening to you? Fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, right. I do, and I think Snowden talked about that, and I think that's true. I think there are a lot of laws that are bent and broken, probably, in the name of X, Y, and Z.
No question about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, I think that they probably can write some of it off to national security.
Mm-hmm.
But
it
gets a little
accountability.
But it gets a little sketchy when you find out that they're doing things to set people up, like the Governor Whitmer thing, where they had 14 people that were trying to kidnap her, and 12 of them were FBI informants.
Oh, that's right. Was that the lady in Michigan?
Yeah, and the 2 guys that were like, we didn't even really want to do this. Like,
they were dumb guys.
They were dumb dudes that they talked into it, and they've done that before with people. That 19-year-old kid, they talked into detonating a fake bomb. They radicalized him. Got a real vulnerable, dumb kid. Yeah. Radicalized him, gave him a bomb, told him to plant it, gave him a cell phone to call. He was going to detonate the bomb. He did it, and then they arrested him. They gave him all the stuff. They told him to do it. Like, then he did it, and they're like, we gotcha. We fought to stop this terrorist plot.
The conversation centered around the implications of these events and what they could mean for the future of UFO research. The 2 hosts acknowledged the rarity of these events, as they were unlike anything seen before in modern times. The fact that 3 UFOs had been shot down by U.S. fighters within the span of 3 days raised alarm bells and suggested that there might be more going on behind the scenes. Rogan and Schaub delved into the various theories surrounding the origins of these UFOs. Some speculated that they were extraterrestrial in nature, while others believed they could be the result of advanced military technology. The hosts agreed that it was difficult to say for sure, as there was a lack of concrete evidence to support any one theory. The hosts also touched upon the security implications of the UFO sightings. The fact that they had managed to evade detection until they were shot down suggested that they were equipped with advanced technology that allowed them to remain invisible to radar. This was a cause for concern, as it indicated that other countries may possess technology that could pose a threat to national security. Rogan and Schaub highlighted the need for more research into the phenomenon of UFOs. The fact that these events were occurring more frequently indicated that there might be a larger pattern at play. The hosts argued that governments and scientific communities needed to take the phenomenon seriously and work towards uncovering the truth. The conversation also touched on the potential implications for the general public if it were confirmed that extraterrestrial life forms did indeed exist. The hosts speculated that such a discovery could shake people's beliefs to their core and have far-reaching consequences for society as a whole. Rogan and Schaub acknowledged that there was a long history of UFO sightings and reports, many of which were dismissed as hoaxes or misidentified objects. However, they argued that the recent events were different in that they involved tangible evidence in the form of debris and wreckage from the downed UFOs. The hosts also discussed the media coverage of the events, noting that it had been relatively subdued. They speculated that this could be due to a lack of information available to the public or that authorities were deliberately downplaying the incidents to avoid causing panic. Rogan and Schaub also touched on the potential impact of the UFO sightings on the field of science. They argued that the discovery of extraterrestrial life forms could revolutionize our understanding of the universe and have a profound impact on the study of physics and astronomy. The conversation also veered into the realm of conspiracy theories, with the hosts acknowledging that there were many different narratives surrounding the UFO phenomenon. They cautioned against jumping to conclusions or embracing any one theory without sufficient evidence to back it up. Rogan and Schaub also discussed the potential for the military to harness the technology from the downed UFOs, which could lead to major advancements in military capabilities. However, they also acknowledged the ethical concerns surrounding the use of advanced technology that may have been obtained from extraterrestrial sources. The hosts concluded the conversation by reiterating the need for more research and transparency around the UFO phenomenon. They argued that it was important for authorities to be forthcoming with information and to take the matter seriously, given the potential implications for national security and the scientific community as a whole. In conclusion, the conversation between Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub on the recent UFO sightings highlighted the need for more research and transparency around the phenomenon. The hosts acknowledged the potential implications for national security and the scientific community and stressed the need to take the matter seriously. They cautioned against jumping to conclusions or embracing any one theory.